Hi, Taurus. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. I'm doing your March reading right now, so I hope you guys are okay. I know some of you are a little bit on the silent retreat. Maybe some of you really literally are on a silent retreat, and others of you are, just going a little bit on the silent retreat. You used to open up a little bit more, but right now I feel you guys are quite closed off, which is okay and it's totally fine. But I do see that there's some energy around you that wants to come forward and wants to come out, and that's why I'm just going to intuitively do your reading today. I'm going to pick up some cards. I'm just going to go with the flow and see whatever is coming towards me, basically, that I can channel for you and I can give you guys for the month of March. It's in Pisces, Pisces season, and then we work slowly but surely work towards out of Mercury retrograde into Aries energy, and then we can start the communication again. We can start the doing. We can start to integrate new ideas. But right now, you guys are really introverts, basically, is what I'm picking up on. And some of you may not resonate with that right now, but it could show up in the month of March. So I don't know. But I'm going to tune in for you. I'm first going to pick up this deck. No, you know what? I want to give you guys a spirit message. So I'm going to see where that deck is at. Let's see what. Throat chakra. Lapis lazuli would really help you for this month. That's a very beautiful blue stone, which right now is actually, I think, in my bedroom. So I don't have it here right now, but it's somewhere in the house. Let's see, let's tune in. Everything is coming so silent. I love your energy. It's almost like I'm sitting outside by a river or a lake, and I'm just one with nature. That's how I feel when I tune into your energy. And it doesn't have to mean necessarily that's something you do, but that's what you guys' energy feels like. I like this. Here we go. Find your center. Exactly. That's like literally the energy. Okay. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? So maybe it's all coming to me like this, like it's a guidance. Basically, it's like find your center again, Taurus. Find that grounding and connect with yourself, connect with nature. I think some of you are going through a very hectic time, or have been going through a very hectic time, and now you have a hard time to slow it down and to get used to that again. So what your biggest thing is, and during this Mercury retrograde energy till like the 10th of March, basically, it's when it's the strongest, and is to just try and use it to tune in and not trying to hide from certain feelings and emotions or get really overwhelmed by them. I mean, it's okay to feel a little bit overwhelmed with the power of the emotions or the feelings or the memories that you get during this time, but it's also okay. Like it's not something recent. It's not something that you right now have to do something with. Okay, so you might get a little overwhelmed with thinking like, do I need to do something with it? Why do I feel this way? No, you don't have to. You can just allow it to come in and show itself and allow it to, go away again. So you don't have to start overthinking about, do I need to do something right now? No, right now you don't have to do something with feelings and emotions and things that arise. Okay, so try to really just allow them to be there and sit with it and get a lesson from it if it's something that would help you forward right now. I think that's just very important to keep in mind during this time overall with everything in your life. It's like right now you don't have to take action necessarily. It's okay to just feel that way. Yet it can be very frustrating at times and very, dissatisfying, to just feel like it takes 10 steps back. But you're not. You're just taking a little bit you know, a small trip back to memory lane, and then you know where you are right now and you're grateful for that, and then you can move forward and build up based on upon that. So that's what I'm feeling for you. That's what I'm intuitively channeling. And let's just jump into the tarot. Let's just do it that way. Taurus. I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot, which is a new deck on my channel, and I really love it. So, Two of Pentacles. You see how beautiful. Sea is holding up multiple things at the same time, but you're doing it so gracefully, meaning that whatever you're juggling at this time, in this moment, you got this. Even you might feel overwhelmed, as long as you're not holding up too many things at the same time, because you feel like you have so much responsibility that's almost like, you know, suffocating. That's different. But if you're feeling like you doubt your talents, or you doubt if you can actually pull something off, but you do have a lot of ambition for it, then, you know, this is just a confirmation for you. Like, you got this. Like, you lose so gracefully, so graceful in doing it. There we go. Already wanted to come true. The sun is coming out, the beautiful sun, and I see sunflowers everywhere. And at this moment, I actually posted that on my story. I don't know if you guys saw it, but you can also follow me on Instagram, by the way. I never mentioned my Instagram. I haven't really done that much with my Instagram yet. I'm planning on doing it soon. Okay, yeah, sometimes I post things, you know, on my Instagram. And I also post the flowers, and there's sunflower seeds. I haven't told anybody this, but I can tell my Tauruses. It's sunflower seeds, and they keep showing up in the cards, you know, as well. And for some reason, I felt guided to plant some of these. And I've never planted sunflower seeds before. And I really just felt guided last couple of weeks to just start doing those things, you know, during the new moon and, you know, all of that, working with the moon energy. And these grew so quickly. It surprised me. It really did. Because I really took one night out, and I meditated, and I put on, you know, a candlelight and like all of that. And I really sat with the energy and spoke some affirmations into the seeds. And then I planted them, and I just put them away. And I made sure that they were moist enough, like, you know, water and all of that. And I just put them away, and I was really expecting him to not happen anything like for at least 3 weeks, you know, because normally it takes some time. So it was really just, you know, going on. I wasn't even actually in town. I was out town, and I got a message. I got a text actually with the photo of that there were plants, and I was like some little things coming out of the soil, and I was so surprised because I really had my mind whole set on it's probably gonna be 3-4 weeks. I don't know, we'll see. And because I wasn't focused on it in that way, I just let it do its thing and let it go its course basically. And then it just came out by itself, and it started to grow really, really quickly. And with like every day, there's a really big difference now. Like they're becoming big already, and it's been a week since I've planted these. Okay, it hasn't been long at all. And it was about what I actually was bringing it up as well. It's just about the fact that you're putting in the work and the time and the energy, and then you have to know when to set things free a little bit and allow them to grow separately. Sometimes it's a person, you know, maybe it's a person that you feel really left out in the cold, and you just want to shift and change your mindset towards that connection. So you do control a way of shifting and changing that connection, of feeling better about it, feeling like you do have sort of a control in it basically. And that's what I'm feeling with this as well. It's like, even though you're maybe not completely full grown, you are on the right track. Because the thing is with sunflowers as well, they are always focused towards the sun. They move towards the sun. And then when the sun isn't out, for example, a very rainy, cloudy day, they move towards each other. So they will start to move towards each other. So bring each other that energy basically, you know? It's very fascinating. So now it's just little leaves, you know, it's like they have like 2 leaves. Some of them are starting to have actually 4 leaves, but there's no flower on it yet at all. But they do the same thing. They move towards the light already, like all the way like that. And then in nighttime, they start to grow a little bit towards each other, meaning that it's not completely the end result yet they have this instinct of knowing exactly where to go. And that's the same with you right now, Taurus. Like inside somewhere, you know exactly where to go and what to do, but allow the process to be the process. Don't start to feel really bad or really frustrated if the money is not where you want it to be, if you are putting in the right energy, and if you're putting in the work, then apply yourself for the work. Even though what you want to achieve eventually with the work hasn't shown up, it doesn't mean you're not out there doing it. And apply yourself for that. And I think a much more lighter approach is going to come towards you, and that's going to make the biggest difference ever, because it's going to be a different type of pressure you put on yourself, a much more positive one, more of like, I need to start enjoying my life. I need to start enjoying the process, and I'm going to really put pressure on myself to remind myself of that. And that's different, right? It's like remind myself, pressure myself to not put any pressure on myself. It sounds weird, but it works, okay? So what I feel with that is making a different decision, making a shift, being very bold and brave with that as well. Really are determined to make this change or make a commitment to something. Is definitely bringing in that lighter energy for you, Taurus, and it's beautiful. Okay, it really is. And go do that. But come forward when you're ready with that as well. Let me see what else is coming through for you. Beautiful. See, 2 of Cups. That's why I love this so much, because it's too feminine. It's two women, 2 of Cups. I just love this deck, okay? I just have to say it. It's just beautiful because 2 are coming together again. So if you have been dealing with a very stagnant, slow-moving connection with another person, you kind of felt like you just didn't really know where you were going, you're coming towards each other again. You find your way back towards one another, but it's not because necessarily something shifted inside the relationship. No, the two, what the 2 cups hold basically individually is full again, meaning you actually have to offer someone something again. And in order to offer someone something, you first have to fill yourself back up. And I think that's kind of sort of what was wrong. I feel 1 or 2 of you guys constantly were offering each other empty cups. You kind of didn't really have anything left to give, or not in this situation, or not in the way the other person expected you to go. So that was a thing. You had to have that stagnant moment, and you are needing to go through this period of time. Maybe right now you're going through it of like contemplation, of like sitting at the lake, not saying anything, the silent retreat. Maybe you're giving somebody the silent retreat, okay? The silent treatment, that's the word. But it's all for the higher purpose, because you got to see things from the light. Whatever situation you are, you have to find that light within. You have to, because it's somewhere. It is somewhere. And I don't know, for example, how, because I want to talk about the how. I don't know, for example, how these little mini seeds know what to grow into. I don't know how it works. All I know is that what my part is in it is that I make sure that I plant them. I make sure that I water them. I make sure they have sunlight. That's my to-do list. And then I'm not worried about the how they grow. I just watch them. I just see the magic happens. And a little bit it's like that with the universe, with things you're going right now towards. Stories about what your job is in it, and then don't start to over question the whole process or the timing of the process. It's not about that. Most times the how is not up to us. It's like we need to know where we gotta go, what we want to do, and then the how will come towards us. We'll know what we need to do, what our job is in it. Okay, and I think that there's a major change happening, not because something big is like handing you help or something or changing your entire life. It's about you. There's a major shift, and it makes all the difference. You see, the moon, something is coming to light. It's definitely coming to light. The moon card, you start to really see a pattern. Okay, the moon is very important for you this month. So I don't know if that's something you're interested in, something you're already doing. Maybe you really live by the moon. It's like, when the moon is in Aries, I'm going to set up something new, you know, like that. And when the moon is in Cancer, I'm not going to question to myself too much when it comes to my emotions, you know, things like that. Or maybe full moon ritual, new moon ritual. Really set yourself into that this month, because it will really help you understand the process of, you know, the progress in patience as well. And then the Knight of Cups with the Fool card and the Four of Swords. It's like somebody may offer you something, but you just don't feel ready yet. And then no, not yet. Okay, first heal yourself. Find that sense of freedom within yourself. Taurus is very important, and take a moment to heal. Take your moment to go and contemplate and retreat, you know, and spend time with yourself or with like your companion, like, I don't know, your dog, your cat, and, you know, I don't know, maybe you have a hedgehog or something like that, you know, it's great. Just be with that energy, and no pressure, and like people not putting expectations on you and how you show up in social events and stuff right now. You don't need that right now. Right now you need that sense of freedom of feel whatever you feel, do whatever you feel like. And then things are coming slowly towards you again. So if you are going through a hard time with a partner right now, I do see you guys coming together. But like I said, it's because you both individually fill up your cup this month. So who is this Knight of Cups offering you? Yeah, offering a truce, offering peace. See, moving into calmer waters between you and another person. This could be friendship. This could be love. This could be work. But I do see that the turmoil that was on your mind, maybe it's a connection within yourself, you and your own spiritual self. You're overcoming fears and things like that, because some of you are really worried about the conflicts in the relationships. You know, like the way you, like, I had that with Cancer as well. We often see like conflict with one another, you know, the unharmonious energy as the first cracks in the soil, the first breakup signs and things like that. But sometimes conflicts is the foundation of growth between you and another person. It's the way you, if you really communicate through the conflicts and work your way out of it, moving in from that stormy water into calmer water, by not ignoring what just happened, but by actually communicating about it. Why did I respond to that? Why did you say that? Where is it coming from? How are you feeling about that? So explain and communicate with one another. So you make the conflicts a part of the growth and a part of building the solid foundation, knowing each other's limits, knowing what triggers one another, and then not run away from the triggers, but really trying to find and work through it so it's no longer a trigger. It's things like that that will really help you set up that solid foundation, and no longer feeling like you're a little bit in between. You know, this has to happen, and you're not feeling the same way about the union. No. You know, I think you want to work towards that. And some of you are really scared to have conversations like this. Because, I don't know, maybe something you never learned at home. Like you always learn to shove everything under a rug and just move on and keep your mouth shut. But you don't want to do that anymore, because I do feel like there's something, air needs to come out of the lungs. You need to speak about something in order for you to really learn how to not have that fear overwhelm you. So you have the Five of Swords with the King of Swords. It's not about who wins the fight, and not about who gets right, because where two people are fighting, two people are being misunderstood. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. So, Five of Swords, it's not about winning. Like, you don't really win if somebody's walking off crying. You're like, you see, I was right. It cannot, you know. It's not about being right, it's about doing the right thing. And I do feel that you're starting to really overcome a way of disconnecting from your own needs, and the way you used to feel like, okay, well, at least it's peaceful if I just say yes, or if I just say no, it's gonna be better now and I don't have to deal with this tonight. So, but in the long term it didn't really work. And I do see a King of Swords coming through. It's about, it's okay having faith in your own abilities and not keeping things hidden. Let me see. Yeah, 8 of Swords. So 7 up to the 8 of Swords. It's one more card. Page of Cups. Approach it from a lighter perspective, Taurus. Because I do see there's a whole lot of mind, a whole lot of mental energy, a whole lot of overthinking, going over it. How should I say this? How should I pronounce it? How should I make this known? It's about, no, just go about it a little bit more easier. It's like Page of Cups. It's just about, let's talk emotions right now. Let's just talk emotions. Like, if you say this, it makes me feel unwanted. I know you may not mean it that way. I know you may be not, thinking or sending out that energy towards me, but I do feel this way when you say that, or when you do this, or when you don't do that. It's like, bring in the more lighter energy. Bring the energy of like, hey, I want to talk about how you make me feel. I'm not, blaming you for something or accusing you of something. I'm just saying, I'm feeling a way. Can we talk about this? Because I don't want to feel this way when it comes to us. It's communicating like that. This could be anybody. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be a best friend. It could be a sister or a brother. Things like that. It's about allowing yourself not to really go into a conversation with like all these strategies. Just say, listen, this is how I feel. And it would make me feel a lot better if you would say those things in a different tone. If you would just allow me to catch a moment. It's a form of self-love. See? Because that's where it's at. 6 of Cups. Then when you can actually reconcile and talk about it. Because it's a different energy when you come towards something and you're opening up. They can feel it if you've been over it and over it and over it and had this whole conversation 10 times, so you know each and every angle to make your set and points and things like that. But if you come towards somebody instantly and say, listen, I don't want to get too deeply into it, but what you just said really made me feel this way, and I don't like feeling this way, and I don't know if you actually notice it, but I don't feel understood right now. So can we talk about it? It's different. Beautiful. Because then you feel good again, Taurus. Queen of Pentacles. So you might have a water sign coming towards you who's could be younger than you. And some of you are actually reminiscing with your old, your younger self. It's like, wow, really grow up, And others of you is really having a conversation with a daughter figure or something like that, or just connecting to. It's like, wow, I remember when you were just a little girl and look at you, you're a grown woman now, like that. I don't know. Some of you may give your daughter away or something like that. That's not for all of you, of course. Half of you are still in that position, but I feel that. Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Okay, Taurus. I think, let's end this reading with a affirmation card for you. Affirmation. Ooh, there we go. My vibes speak louder than my words. My vibes, okay, speak louder than my words. Silent retreat. All right, Taurus. I love you. I love you all so, so much. Leave me a flower emoji. I don't know if there's a sunflower emoji on emojis things, but if not, then just send me any type of flower emoji so I know you all the way up this point. Don't forget to leave a like on my video, because that would really, help the channel, and I want to get these messages out to as many people as I can. And yeah, really appreciate that. Thank you for listening so much, and find your center this month, okay? I'm rooting for you guys. I really am, Taurus. I love you. Mwah. Bye.